Hi guys, and welcome to this new video. It's a continuation of this series that I'm doing on Europe, and this video was taken in I think it's called the Bordeaux region of France. It's the wine region, and there's a lot of chateaux and things like that, like really old buildings. And this one in particular was really cool. It was really big. I'm not quite sure what the actual name of it is, but I will probably write about it in the description. Right now I'm just taking in the scenes, and I just want to describe the kind of atmosphere of the whole thing. And just the layout of the place was really cool. So the night before was pretty big. It was back in Paris, and it was really cool because we went to like where the region where the Moulin Rouge is, and we went to a dinner first where much wine was drunk, and then we went to the cabaret show, and it was like a traditional cabaret show, and there was it had such variety, and there was a lot of dancing and stuff, and there was like acrobatics and everything. It was really awesome. And the way that you sit down at like tables and stuff and had champagne delivered to you was really awesome. I felt like I was in kind of like a movie or something. And well, just being there was really cool. And after that we went to some nightclub, O'Sullivan's I think it's called, and it was like a backpackers kind of, a lot of expats went there. The thing I found travelling through Europe was that there were so many Australians. It felt almost like I hadn't left home, which was kind of irritating, because you travel. I think it's because when you go on these tours, can dig in that when they're run by, Australians, they kind of hang in the same circles, so it was unavoidable. But I've said this before, I'm glad that I did this, but it's not something I would ever do again. I hated the fact that you're like in this big group and just didn't really have time to yourself, freedom. I try and make these videos as well as peaceful, just really personable as well. And just say what's on my mind, what I'm thinking, and hopefully that they're enjoyable for you, and you kind of get an insight into what I was, my thought process. So it was really hot that day, in the 30s, and this is me just walking around it was like a big palace. I'm not sure, they didn't really say much about what the place was called or the history of the place, which was kind of annoying. They just dropped us off here and that was it. And we just walked around for an hour or so. I'm getting really tired. And this crackling noise that you can hear is me trying to open a packet of gum, which I'm gonna try and eat, and hopefully it makes some soothing noises. I have headphones with sound enhancement, and I turn them on to it makes the sound so much clearer and crisp. Sounds like a fire crackling. Reminds me of a candle that I bought before, and it's one of the features was it had this crackling noise. Sound like a wood fire. We're into a bit of thing now. I know where I am. So, they dropped us off at this chateau in France, in the countryside. It was like in the middle of nowhere, and there was just not much to do at all. Being in this big group of people where many of the people were just strangers, and it was like a big party kind of atmosphere, just drinking, and I find that really boring. I kind of prefer drinking by myself and just watching, chilling out. I don't like parties or anything like that. I'm an introvert, so I prefer introspective kind of activities. But on one of the days, we were given directions of where to walk to go up to a kind of picnic, and we were given like wine bottles and picnic food and stuff, and we just followed these directions and walked up into the countryside, and it was really cool. It had rained the night before and that morning, so there was a lot of clouds, and you can see that the clouds are really low going through these valleys and everything. It makes for really cool I'm glad it wasn't so hot because that would have been torturous walking. And it was quite a walk as well.